All right, y'all, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking about coaches. So, are coaches absolutely needed? Are they absolutely necessary? Short answer, no. However, good coach is an absolute asset. They will help you, coach you, obviously. Good coach gets knowledge from experience. All the knowledge is out there. It's on the internet, it's in the books, etc., etc. The experience is not. When you get a coach, you're paying for experience. Mostly timing, backstage, when to pump, when to carb up, etc., etc. Unfortunately, we've seen so many bad coaches out there. Make sure you vet your coach, please. Ask them questions. How many people have you coached? How many first places have you coached? How many top 5 have you coached? Have you ever coached anybody on a national level? Did you ever compete yourself? These are pretty good questions. Excuse me. And I've been doing this so long now, I get a little frustrated when I get vetted, but I understand. And please vet your coaches. Vet your coaches. We've seen bad coaches, man. If your coach doesn't want to go backstage with you, get a new coach. If you're in a group and your coach is giving every one of you the same macros, the same calories, the same food, it's not a coach. He's playing bingo. Everybody knows, this is individual. What works for one person isn't going to work for the next. So these are just a couple real world examples we've seen with some bad coaches. If they can't pose, can't teach you to pose, you should probably get a new coach, etc., etc. However, are coaches needed? No, they're not. Myself, James Houston, IFBB Pro, has never, ever hired a coach. That being said, I've made a lot of mistakes along the way that I wouldn't have made if I had a coach. I learned from my mistakes, came back, did better next show, did better next show, did better next show. This is the experience I'm talking about. When you hire me as a coach, I can tell you the mistakes I made so you don't have to make them. That's what you want in a coach. So my next point here is, let me back up. Coaches are expensive. One of the biggest reasons I never got one. Back in 2005, when I started competing, I would have never been able to afford a coach. So if you're a young man or woman out there, you want to compete, and you can't afford a coach, it's no problem. Trust me. The knowledge is out there. This book I just finished reading, absolutely fantastic. If you can't afford a coach and you need prep, you need help with your prep, buy this book. I don't know who Pete or Cliff are, but they know their stuff. I don't think there's one thing in this book that I disagreed with. It's mostly a review, refresher for me, but most bodybuilding books are. I'm telling you, this is great. If you don't want a coach or can't afford a coach, utilize this book right here. They got some peak week strategies in there. Fantastic. They give you options, tell you which one's best for your category, etc., etc. Fantastic book. I can't say enough good things about it. If you don't trust me, my word, IFBB Pro James Houston, Coach James Houston. There's a little blurb in here, if I can find it, of course. From the Mountain Dog. Mountain Dog endorses this book. So, you don't want to take my word for it, take the Mountain Dog's word for it. If you don't know who the Mountain Dog is, Google it. He's one of the best coaches there ever was. All right. So, is a coach absolutely needed? No. Will they help you? Yes. So, up to you, personal decision. Your pocketbook is going to make some decisions for you as well. Believe me, coaching is expensive. So, if you love it, it's your passion, you're going to find out and dig and learn everything anyway. I mean, that's what I did. I was so passionate about it, obsessed, that I read everything, watched everything, I could, absorbed everything that I could, learned everything that I could. If you're the same way, you can do it on your own. Don't need a coach, but you definitely need the knowledge. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out. 88 Fitness. Like and subscribe.